Now, in order to compile your first program in C Sharp, what you will need is, first thing, you will need the C Sharp compiler. The second thing, you need to write your program, your first program of C Sharp. So we will write our first hello world program. Right. The third step is we will need to compile this hello world program using the C Sharp compiler. So the third step is we need to compile. And the fourth step is we need to run the C Sharp program, the compiled C Sharp program. So the first step, we need to get the compiler. The second step, we need to write our hello program. Third step, we need to compile it. And the fourth step is we need to basically go and run the compiled C Sharp program. So let's first start with step number one. So let's start with step number one. From where do we get our C Sharp compiler? So the first step is basically to get the .NET framework. So basically go to google.com and search for .NET framework download. Now once you search for .NET framework download, you will see that there are a lot of searches over here, or you will see that there are a lot of versions of .NET framework which you have got on Google. For example, you can see that the first one is 2.0, the second one is 3.5, then you have 4.0, and a lot of versions. Because this is our first hello world program, it doesn't matter which framework you install or which version of framework you're going to use, because it's a very basic program you're going to write. So what I'll do is that I will click on 2.0. Now once you click on 2.0, you are directed to this site. Now remember that, please ensure that you are downloading the framework from Microsoft.com, because basically Microsoft.com is the owner of the .NET framework. So basically it's ensure that you are downloading it from a legitimate source, because there are a lot of other sources, but Microsoft.com is the legitimate source from which you would like to download this framework. So click on download, and once you download the framework gets installed in the C Windows Microsoft.NET/framework/your version name. For example, if you have downloaded 3.5, then this is going to be version 3.5. If you have downloaded 3.0 version, then it will be C Windows Microsoft.NET/framework version 3.0, v3.0. So in this folder, all your framework, the framework is installed, and it has all the necessary compilers, the tools necessary to create or write a .NET program. Now the compiler basically, which is responsible to compile your C Sharp program is the csc.exe. So you can see that on this folder, you can see the file or the exe program, which is csc.exe. Now, so basically now we are done with our first step. We have basically downloaded the program and we have installed the program, and we know where our compiler is, and that is nothing but csc.exe. Now the next step is to go and write the program, to write our first hello world program. Okay, so we have completed our first step, that is we have downloaded the compiler. Now let's go and type our hello world program. So let's execute our second step. Let's type our hello world program, and later on we'll compile and run the hello world program. So the first step is basically go to your framework. So in other words, go to your command prompt and ensure that you are you are in the directory of your framework, and let's go and create a simple file here. So let me say edit my simple hello world. Now because this is a C Sharp program, so all our file notation should start with .cs. So you can see that I have created I'm going to create a simple file called as mysimplehelloworld.cs and press enter. So let's write the first sentence. So the first statement you need to write is using system. So what does it mean? Now basically remember that C Sharp, whenever you write your program will need a lot of lot of routines or a lot of subroutines which are given by .NET framework. So in other words, you will need to use those syntaxes, you will need to use those framework in order to write your program. So basically what I'm saying here is that from the .NET framework, use the system's namespace. Now we'll come to later on, we'll come later on to understand what is a namespace. But the first statement using system says that basically I'm going to use the system component, which is available in the .NET framework to write my program. Now the base structure of .NET application is somewhat like this. At the top, we have something called as the namespace. Inside the namespace, we have classes. And inside classes, we have functions. So basically, whenever you code your .NET program, you will always find that you have at the top level is a namespace. Every namespace will have classes, and then every class will have functions. So the next step, what we need to do in our source code is we need to basically go and code a namespace. Then inside the namespace, we need to code a class, and then inside the class, we will code our simple hello world function. So let's first go ahead and code a namespace. So namespace is created by using the namespace keyword. So let's give this namespace name as my first program. Right. And then start a curly bracket and end with a curly bracket. Now inside the namespace, we need to write our class. I'm going to explain you what is a namespace, what is a class later on. The first thing what we need to do in this program is we need to just get what can help us to get the first program running. So don't get carried away or don't get dejected by seeing this keywords like using namespace. The first thing what we need to do is we need to get our program ready. So we have coded our namespace, and now as we said that inside the namespace we need to code a class. So let's define a class inside the namespace, class, and we'll say class program, class my program. So basically we have the namespace, inside the namespace we have class, and now we need to code our function inside the class. So let's write down static void main string square bracket start square brackets close args. So what we have done over here is basically we have created a simple namespace. Inside the namespace we have created our class, and inside the class we have created our function, that is static void main string args. Args means arguments. Now what does static void main mean? Static void main means that this is the first function which will be executed when your .NET program runs. So as soon as you compile this program and you create a exe file, when you run the exe file, this will be the first function which will be called, and whatever code you have written inside the function will be executed. So we want to display a simple hello world here. So what we'll do is basically let's go ahead and write up a statement here saying console.writeLine hello, this is my first C# program. So console basically is nothing but it's a component, you can say, or it's a class which basically helps you to write or display sentences, or it helps you to display sentences on your monitor by you from the .NET program. So what I've done is I'm saying console, please write on the console, that is console.writeLine, and I've given the statement that is hello, this is my first C# program. Let's save this and let's go back to our DOS prompt. Now in order to compile your C# program, you need to type csc my simple hello world.cs. So if you remember that csc is nothing but it's the C# compiler. So let's press enter, and you can see that the program has compiled successfully. So you can see over here it's saying that there are no errors shown as such. It just shows that the Microsoft compiler version, and it just shows Microsoft Corporation. Now what happens is the time you compile the my simple hello world.cs, it creates a exe, an executable, which is with the same name. So let's go ahead, and so if you do a dir star.exe, you will see the my simple hello world.exe created here. So let's go ahead and run it. So my simple hello world. So you can see that it has the exe has ran successfully. It went inside the static void main and it executed the console.writeLine, and it displayed your first C# program. So it displayed the sentence hello, this is my first C# program. So now that we have installed Visual Studio 2010 Express Edition, let's go ahead and create a simple Hello World program using the Visual Studio 2010 Express Edition. So you can see that Visual Studio 2000 Express Edition installed on my PC. So click on Start Programs, go to Visual Studio 2010 Express Edition and click on the above menu, which you can see I'm showing on the screen. And then let's go to New Project. Now you can either go to the new project from here, or you can either go to the new project from the top menu. So you can choose any one of them. At this moment I will choose the menu option. So I've clicked on File, New Project. Now as soon as you click on New Project, there are a lot of template options here. Now these template options basically help you to create a different kind of application. For example, do you want to create a WPF application, do you want to create a Windows application, or do you want to create a simple console application? And because this is the first time we are compiling a first program, so what I'll do is that I'll select the console application, because in that way we can learn things much better. So let me click OK. Now one other thing which we have already explained previously is that Visual Studio 2010, or the Visual Studio Express Edition, or Visual Studio by itself, helps you to increase productivity. So you can see that by default what it has done is it has given me a shell, or it has given me some basic code from where I can start. So rather than giving me an empty file, depending on what kind of template I have selected, it has given me some basic code from where I can start. Now let me explain you what this code, or what does this default code have. Now what I will suggest at this moment is, do not concentrate on these statement, that is using statements, and do not concentrate on the namespace and the class statement, because I'm going to cover these as we go ahead in the further coming classes. What we'll concentrate, or what's the most important aspect currently to be looked into, is the static void main. Now what does static void main means? Static void main means that this is the first statement, or the first entry point from which the application will start. So this is basically a method or a function, you can say, and it's like a startup routine which will be called first. So whenever your .NET application starts, so what it will do is that it will go and search for the static void main, and it will execute any code which is written inside the static void main. So what I'll do is I'll go and write a simple console dot write line, and I'll just say hello world. So console dot write line and hello world. Okay, so now what will happen is, basically once you compile this program, so let me compile it. In order to compile the program, save it and right click and build. So that's a build, or else you can also go to debug and build solution. So let me do that. If everything is proper, you should see this statement here, build succeeded, at the bottom. So what will happen over here? Now when this application runs, or when this console application will run, the .NET Framework will first go and search for the static void main method. The time it finds the static void main method, it will then go inside the code, or inside the function, and start executing this code, that is console.writeLine hello world. So let's run this program. Now in order to run this program, you can see that there is a green button here. So let me run this. Now you can see that, okay, now what has happened is, basically when I ran this program, the display has come and it goes. So let's go and let's make this display to wait a bit. So what I'm saying over here is that please wait for my input. So console.readLine will keep that application waiting for some time, or it will keep that application waiting until you don't press enter. So console.writeLine is to display the statement on the console, while console.readLine basically waits to take some inputs, must be some kind of a keyboard input, or a numeric input, or enter, or some button press. So now our application will wait, and we can see the display clearly. So you can see that the display has done, the display is on the console. Now this is the console, this black window. So that's why you will always see the statement console.writeLine, console.readLine, right? Now it's waiting for the input, that's console.readLine. So let me press enter. and our application now has closed, or the application has exited. So that's the first program, the first Hello World program, which we have written using Microsoft Visual C Sharp 2010 Express Edition.